E07, LeClaire to Sabula, Iowa. Little floating green stuff there. You can see on the buoys, it's still still high, but it's coming down. We zip through a lot of this. It is beautiful. Even sitting here looking at the video that you're looking at here now, it is beautiful. But keep in mind, it does not compare to actually traveling it and seeing it yourself in real time. Beautiful homes there off the port. And that's the thing. These videos that we do or anybody else does, they don't take the place of it. It's just to get make your mouth water for the adventure yourself. A little ripple in the water, but not too much. Again, so much scenery to see, and a lot of it is nature. We weren't alone on the water today. Barge loading and unloading facilities, and sadly enough, as many of them as there used to be a whole lot more. Oh, here comes the twilight. That little cruise ship moves pretty darn fast, and if your runs between LeClaire and Dubuque, and they actually do that's an overnight. They fill the boat up and they put you up in a motel to go to the freshwater museum. Captain Kevin owns and operates that. We get to meet him, not today, later on. Run into him to have a little chit chat. Very nice guy. Real class act operation they run. Bridge was able to stay open even though twilight cleared ahead of us. We hurried on through. As you can see, the currents just rolling through. Clinton, Iowa is a fun little town. Nice little marina up here. Last year the floods brought a lot of silt in there, so be careful about your draft. So, for some reason we don't know. Twilight passed us. The lock had them stop short and us come around them. So then when we get out of the lock, we don't show it, but Twilight just goes on past us. It didn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. If the lock man tells you to do such and such, it's easier to just do. Unless it's something unsafe, just do what they say and it makes it go so much easier. guess it's time for another landing drink segment. Wait a minute. I'm still wearing what I did yesterday.
Me too.
Oh, well, in case you haven't figured out, we're doing these later. And obviously, we're doing 2 weeks worth of all at the same sit down. So, but anyway, LeClaire up to Sabula. Wasn't that interesting? We got passed twice.
By the same toe?
No, not by the toe, by the twilight.
We did. That's right.
Yeah. It's another beautiful day though on the water, as we showed you. I mean, water was nice. But yeah, that twilight boat, I don't know, 150 or so people that he holds on it, but he can scoot.
Yes, he can.
He passed us up, and then you saw us go into lock 13, and it made no sense. Twilight got there first.
Yep.
And we weren't expecting to go through with them. Lock had offered when I called them. It's like, well, we're a ways behind. Well, anyway, they're still waiting by the time we got there. So I hit the radio. It's like, is that offer to go through with the Twilight still good? Yeah, come on up here. All right. So we grabbed a spot on the guide wall. But the lock is, they brought the Twilight in, had them tie off, and had us come in and come around them.
Yes, in front of them.
Which made no sense. It was cool because
we got to see up close.
Yeah, we got to go by the boat. You had all the people
waving,
sitting out waving,
asking us questions as we're going by.
Yep. Which that much detail because you see it in high speed, but you probably don't get. But no, it was neat. But then as soon as we get out of the lock, away he has to go and pass us again. So whatever, it
worked. We got out of the way. We got out of the lock, scooched over, let him pass, and then we were fine.
As I mentioned, when you were watching it, it doesn't pay to even if it's something that doesn't quite make sense. There's nothing unsafe about it, so we just went along with it. Whatever the lockmaster wants, it just makes your life go easier to go along with it.
It does.
We went a little further, and then we had a towboat to pass. And again, it's still high water, not real high, but we're still probably 2 foot over normal. And you kind of got a glimpse when we were in his wheel wash. He was kicking sand and mud. And amazingly enough, there was a dredge in that area when we come back south. You'll see that in a couple months here. But anyway, now we eased on up from him, right up into Sabula. And the interesting thing about Sabula, it's an island. The city's totally on an island. There's 2 bridges, one that connects to the Iowa mainland and one that crosses over to
Illinois.
Yeah, Savannah, Illinois. But the city itself is totally out on an island. It's kind of they're interesting out there, let's just say. And of course, you got to see someone famous in our group of people that we know, General Lou Pita. No, he didn't serve. It's just he's a General Pita, but he's a lot of fun. So
he's a good guy.
Yeah, well,
and he
picks on me just as much as I pick on him.
And I don't. Yeah, it was a tight squeeze in that slip, so it took.
Yes, you saw that with the wind against us too. Well, and part of it was you had defenders down on the opposite side, and we didn't fit with fenders down on both sides.
We had to pick them up.
So it took a couple tries to get in, but yeah, we got in. And we spent just short of a week there. Amy had some folks, some friends from work, which we got a couple pictures of. We had our friends Joe and Dawn there. They went for we didn't go for a boat ride. That was a rainy day.
No, it was a rainy day.
Yeah, we sat around and drink beverages and talk smart.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We did take a day with Lon and Renee and went to the beach.
Yes. Yep.
They took their houseboat out, and we took the dinghy out and went and met them on the beach and had a nice afternoon.
Yep. We had a couple guys, well, a guy I know and a friend of his came out for a little boat ride.
Yep.
Rick, done computer work for me for years. He had a good time. We just didn't take pictures. We think about it later, but when we're with people, we just never think that, we got to get a picture. And I'm trying to retrain myself because I'm not usually one that wants to have my picture taken anyways.
And I don't either.
So
I'm more about enjoying the moment, and I forget about taking the pictures. But there's something to be said about taking pictures and having those moments.
Those memories that you can look back on and remind you as we're getting older and starting to forget things.
Yeah.
Not you, just me.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
The other little interesting thing that we did since we stopped last week, from our previous trip at American Pickers, American Pickers is the show. It's actually Antique Archaeology is the store. But that was Mike's. That's Mike's thing. His original partner, Frank, he had his own store, and I say had because we were there while Frank was still gone, but even as we're recording this, Frank has passed away. But we got to go through Frank Fitz Finds in a little spot over in Savannah, Illinois. And
it's attached to a bar and grill.
Right.
I mean, so we went and had some cocktails
you're
and some food.
Seeing the little pictures, yeah. We actually went there with PETA.
We did. He drove us there.
Yes, he did. Yes, we did. Well, we had a car there.
We did, but he still drove because he knew where he was going.
Yep.
And instead of both of us driving, we just got in his truck.
Burn his gas for a change.
Yeah. And we also went, wasn't it the Legion? And had a cocktail?
No, we went to there's another
little bar right
it's a little bar out there. Yeah. And
I forget what it was called though.
I forget the name of it. I don't know. We were trying to set Lou up with, or I was trying to set Lou up.
You were trying to set, the bar flower wasn't. No. I wasn't having anything to do with that.
I thought it'd be good for him,
It's got to be the right person. That wasn't the right person.
Anybody to improve his sunny disposition. But anyhow, we were going to spend a little more time at Sabula, but that was about the extent of it. We were already late, because of spending so much time at Keokuk waiting for the water to come down. So now we'll head off next video to Dubuque. Fun little harbor we go into there. But we'll see that you get to see all that on the next video. So from now until then,
Cheers.
Cheers.